Welcome, everyone, Counter-Strike and Paladins fans alike. Welcome back to AVGL 2017 Counter-Strike Global Offensive Collegiate League. Right now, we are in the very opening rounds of University of Kentucky versus Georgia Tech A teams. Currently, round number 3. Kentucky is up 2-0, but because of a first-round bomb plant and a second-round save, Georgia Tech are able to get AK's round 2. As you just saw, the boss just took out Nice Guy coming into the A site, got smokes flying down. Coming in from jungle is a 4 versus 3. Gonna have to be a retake right now as there was no one here on the A site to stop the bomb plant from happening. Flux is shooting through onto the site through the smoke and actually able to get a kill and stop that bomb plant. So this is actually definitely doable for Kentucky to even keep the bomb plant from happening. The boss has other ideas in mind there. Let's take out Ko Sanadi, who is Kentucky's real heavy hitter. And Vite through the smoke gets another kill for his team, but then Boss doing the Stewie 2K jumps through smoke and ends that with an ace for his team as well.
Yeah, that's a really good play on the boss right there. He knew that a couple players were CT, and after that spray through the smoke, he knows that one of the players has to be reloading, so he made a perfect opportune time to just go through the smoke, get a couple kills, and ultimately win the round. However, the bomb plant was kind of destroyed by the spray, but that kind of worked against Kentucky's favor, let him know that the positioning of the players. So now we do have a little bit of a mid-control take here from Boss. He's going to be flashing over mid, and he's going to have 4 players there in apartments. And they're going to see if they can work off the solo player at B.
Yeah, well, there's a little bit of downtime. Oh, I lied. There's no downtime at all because it looks like they're becoming straight into a apartment. Vite with a nice angle gets 1 kill, is blinded out, and does have to fall away as Georgia Tech A is right on their tail. Smog actually jumping into the fire. It's a little bit of mis-movement there right here, but couple of trades coming into the site. 4 versus 3 advantage for Kentucky. Vite is holding this site down by himself. He already has a 3K. Does get taken out by Bad Blood after the bomb gets planted. It's a 2-1-3. However, Georgia Tech do have better weaponry. But does Boss recognize that right behind him is sneaking up Nice Guy? Yeah, exactly. Ooh, Flux gets a nice kill with the 5-7. Nice Guy pops around the corner, takes out Boss. Upgrade their rifles. Even smoke off the bomb defuse just for some flashy I don't know if you'd call that BM, but just some messing around.
Yeah, with that round, Georgia Tech kind of jumped the gun there. They did throw the Molotov out, but they didn't wait for the flash necessarily to come out of apartments. So if I was able to get that first kill, and then they weren't able to hunt him down because of the smoke positioning. I think a couple of smokes kind of failed. One was actually on the bomb plant. So.
Yeah, so while we were waiting in between the rounds, just because we had to jump straight into this because of timing, my name is Cameron Davis. I'm joined by Dan Le. And yeah, this is a best of 3 right now. The first map is Mirage, second one is Train, and the third one is Cobble. And so now we got all that out of the way. Back to the action.
Very interesting map picks. I wonder who picked Mirage, seeing as Georgia Tech has not had too much luck on Mirage, but Kentucky kind of has won every
Hold
Mirage.
that thought. Georgia Tech are pushing into the A side. Actually get a couple of kills with the Tech 9 and stuff, but upgraded rifles on Kentucky. We're able to clean a lot of them out. However, they were able to get enough picks to clear the site and actually get the bomb plant. Vite, though, from jungle gets 1. Cannot quite get a second one as Smog jumps around the corner into A main. But even if they were to just kill a couple more players, that looks very unlikely right now and now virtually impossible. Not a terrible round, though, considering they will kill a couple of players and get the bomb plant.
Yeah, not bad, as the bomb plant will give him the money right there. 800 plus for all the players and additional 1900s. They'll be able to purchase at least AKs for everyone right now, and perhaps maybe an op if they're feeling.
Oh, yeah, and which they are. That's op's going to be on Kill Sage. No head armor, which is a little detrimental on the T side.
But he does have that mid spawn, so it might actually work out for him. He might get this peek right here before Flux hits him. And he actually does.
Very nice. Right in the, I think right in the kidney is where he shot. But I'm not a doctor, so it could be liverous.
Yeah, enough to kill a man, right?
Enough to kill a man. Because, as we all know, Counter-Strike works exactly how reality and physics works.
Yeah, we do have Easy here at the bottom of the stairs, holding the connector. He's getting taken out by Smog, though, in Palace, so that's going to open up the A side just a little bit. As Nice Guy's the only man holding it down with the op at Ticket.
Oh, Seth also stopping Kosanadi from able to stop them from Cat. Nice Guy actually missing multiple shots. Does finally hit the third one, but he is not ducking behind cover. Boss easily just peeks, not peeks on top, but climbs on top of that box, able to take him out. A little confusing that he would just kind of just stand there on the open. I guess didn't quite know where he was after that flash, but it's just Viet left right now, trying 1v4 this. Can't even get one. Whiffs the shot a little bit at the start. That's gonna be Georgia Tech.
It's actually gonna be a teammate for Georgia Tech. Everyone on that team got a kill that.
Look at them.
That puts Kentucky on an eco though, so it's gonna be a little tough for them. They do have money to buy rifles on 3 of their players, but looks like they might be choosing to go safe this round.
Nope. They are buying up. We have seen, or I don't know by what I mean by we, but at least I've definitely seen in my my long years of casting, the 5-7 do some brutal work on this map in particular. So let's see where they put those. Kosanati right now is holding Cat, looking at chair. And actually, Nice Guy pushes forward with his own 5-7, takes out the boss, and is able to pick up an AK for himself. Kentucky definitely have firepower right now to go toe-to-toe with Georgia Tech.
The oppositioning is really unique here. They're going to have the op on Cat instead of mid-window, so they'll be able to hold the Cat push, and he's going to be in an advantageous position once they push out of apartments to look through those windows and get the easy fast.
That's a lot of terrorists up in apps, though.
Yeah, mid-control is going in the way of Kentucky right now. Yeah, that's really important on a map like Mirage, because it gives you so many options to go from either side.
Viet's doing good work right now, keeping the terrorists at bay and delaying them a little bit to allow some rotations to come in. Dodges a flash, gets a 2K, and fades into the darkness. It's just Kill Sage left, and he's stuck behind the boxes with an op, and then a little pistol. Trying to find something before he falls, and unable to find anything else. And it's Kentucky bouncing back with their 5th round. And 2 ops. They picked up Kill Sage's op. Threw that over to Kosanati.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a misplay on Georgia Tech side. They did have a player in the A Palace, but they should have seen Nice Guy coming with that 5-7. He was running like an elephant, and there was almost no reaction from the player there in Palace. Plus, the information let them know that they're not going A, so it was kind of easy for Kentucky to adapt to that. As we see 5 players in the A ramp getting ready for an A execute.
HE at the start did a little bit of damage, particularly to Smog and Boss. And that smoke's going to delay their push a little, but they are fully stacked up for your run-of-the-mill stereotypical triple smoke A execute.
So it looks like it's probably going to be a jungle stairs and CT standard smokes coming out here, but there's already going to be 4 CTs on that side anyway.
And Kosanati already got a pick as well. Smokes just now come in. Interesting that a pick would be even available to get before the Smoke's bloom. But then through the smoke, Flux gets 1. It's easy trying to get a 2nd one. Bomb plant does go down, unable to get stopped. That's Kosanati gets a 2nd
It's going to be a 5 versus 2 retake here as Kosanati gets another. In a very difficult position to play right now. Palace and ramp with all the CTs already pushed into this. And Wyatt's going to get the kill onto Smog. Last man stand's going to be Kill Sage. He might have to save this. He's going to need the armor for the next round. Not really worth the risk right here.
Yeah, and once that smoke was placed down, it was pretty much all done for him. That was a really sloppy A-take by Trechek, I must say. The timing wasn't all perfect. Like, Kosanati got a pick before the smokes were even thrown. Those CTs should have been completely smoked out of the site. And granted, that one lucky spray through the smoke was another thing that went in Kentucky's favor. With that being said, like they got the bomb plant, and the CTs were already there before they got able to get into the post-plant positions.
You know, what's difficult about Mirage is that if you don't have mid control, you're not really gonna get much control of the map in general. Because having that mid control really lets you have a couple options. You can maybe go connector or onto catwalk. Whereas if you don't have the mid control, you're stuck going down, you know, the kind of like tunnel vision, like kind of paths. Like you have to jump out palace, but Seth gets a kill onto Easy real quick, right?
Yeah, and a nice crossfire also gets a kill onto Nice Guy. 2-for-2 trade, bomb plant down, op picked up by Seth, and he actually knows where a gunshot came from Cat, but instead he's going to turn his attention to CT. Is able to get a kill that way as well. So they actually have the man advantage right now. However, they do have 2 scope rifles, which is really hard to hold a sight with.
That smoke goes out palace, takes out one of the players, and Seth gets spot out, but he's not going to get taken down quite yet, but he's going to get a third frag right there. It's going to be an ace for Seth, actually.
Ace for Seth with the picked up off. Well, one was at the Tech 9, but that guy did work on that side. I'm actually surprised that Kentucky weren't able to completely shut him out. That peak at the very end, I don't know who it was. I think you said it was Nice Guy coming in from mid connector.
Yeah, I believe from jungle. Yeah, he was coming from jungle.
Sorry,
and he
from jungle,
did get the first spot, but he didn't spray and went for the repeat and paid dearly for that.
Kentucky are still up 6-3, and they still did have enough to buy. Fully, and a double up for Georgia Tech. Where are they putting these? There's going to be one at mid and then one, well, running back through the respawn that was at A ramp. Smog has the angle down mid. Flex, though, is playing pretty safe. Kentucky are not afraid to give away mid control.
Yeah, it seems like they're playing really passive, but Seth gets his head spotted out right here from Flux in the mid window. Nate goes out, only does about 6. And it looks like they're going to be taking a mid control here, actually. And he's going to be the bottom of the stairs. He's going to be the man that has to make the play here. Seeing as he's the only one with vision, and it looks like they might be gravitating toward connector, going for that ace.
Sage flashes his teammates into connector. They're going to peek through, and actually Easy is able to jump across. That doesn't take a single point of damage. I don't think they even saw him jump across. He's actually... Ooh, no, it looked like he was about to peek out window, but he hears footsteps coming up connector and wants to be closer to the action to stop them from taking the ace side. Set up a crossfire with Costanati here. Jumping actually on top of the full booth. They don't think to check up there. Is able to get one kill and drops down. And then Boss takes out Easy as he's running recklessly out. And then Nice Guys misses a shot, but does spot out the terrorists. Multiple terrorists stacked at stairs.
It's going to be really up to Viad here. His position on Cat might be really crucial as he comes through the connector for the flank, preventing the bomb from getting planted.
He's taking it a little slow.
Really... He does get the kill on the kill stage, though, after he gets a kill on Costanati. So it's going to be 3 versus 2 retake here.
Checked the wrong corner, didn't look behind him. It's a 2v2 right now. Smog is actually changing up his position. Bad Blood does do good by his teammate and is able to hold the site solo temporarily. Flux, though, takes him out. Flash himself out. Smog has the angle on the bomb, but actually Flux definitely could just hold this and say he's going to go for the kill. Smog misses the shot. He's got to fully commit to this defuse right now. Smog misses his shot. That's going to allow the defuse to fully come in. Flux even kills him, takes the op for good measure.
Definitely was a little bit of a misplay there on Smog, I believe it was. As seeing that the bomb necessarily wasn't planted for him in the jungle position, he could have moved to connector a little bit early in the round after he got that first pick on the first CT that tried to come through the side.
Bad Blood, yeah.
Yeah.
Looked like he was actually going to try and rotate down to CT. But then had to turn around because he realized that he was leaving his teammate alone for just too long in a 1v1 that if was lost could completely upset everything. So I definitely see why he came back, but it was a bad position for him that he ended up getting stuck in anyway. Kentucky, even though they won that round, don't have enough money to full buy. We're going to see an XM shotgun on Viad. He's holding that just outside of apartments. Though
that's not actually a bad position for the auto shot.
Especially since he heard a flash, he knows that there is some presence there. He is getting mollied out. Peeks out,
he
doesn't
gets stuck on the doorway.
However, Flux holds it down, gets 2K, is dropped very, very low, and knows that Seth is up there. Surprisingly, with low health, he's assigned to peek. That's going to put it into a 2-on-2. Bomb dropped on site, and Killsage turns 180, gets the shot. Now it's just Costanati left with an ob. 1 versus 2. Bomb planted. No kit. No armor. I really think he should be saving this, but it looks like he's going to try and go for it. He doesn't know there's a player at E-box, and he sees just as the smoke fades, is able to scope through. Molly is going to
kill any chance of him getting defused. However, there is a kit on the ledge. He might be able to get a quick frag and run toward the kit. And it looks like he will get. And there's a kid right next to him. He didn't want to pick it up, but he should have enough time.
The molly was a little early, and if anything, it just gave away Killsage's position. But you know, it was definitely not a bad idea to molly there, but Costanati used that to his advantage, and it's the reason why he's definitely one of the players to look at when you're on Kentucky.
Yeah,
or when
leading
you're
the scoreboard
watching
with 14
Kentucky.
frags. He's the best player on the server right now.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a misplay there on Killsage to even have that kind of angle to peek. You didn't hear the bomb get defused at all, so there was no reason for him to be that close.
He was all the way back in kitchen. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but he was still revealing himself to the
That's true.
van. So I would have liked him to play maybe more in kitchen and try to go for a spray through or something.
Ooh, a lot of damage on Nice Guy through the smoke just from random Tech 9 shots. Killsage is going to get some damage from Viad, but Flux with interesting, unusual hold does deal some damage to the terrorists as they fall through. It's just 2 terrorists left on the bomb plant. Nice Guy pushes, just jumps straight through the window, has to reload, down to 8 health, does end up getting taken by Boss, but then the crossfire is set up, Kosanani gets the last kill. And pretty simple anti-eco coming out from Kentucky.
So I think Mirage might have been a Kentucky pick, if I'm not mistaken. They haven't lost a Mirage map yet.
Collegiate teams always pick Mirage. It doesn't. They will always pick Mirage.
True, but I think maybe if Georgia Tech perhaps did a little bit of homework, they might have realized that Kentucky hasn't lost Mirage quite yet. In fact, Kentucky's had some pretty impressive wins on Mirage. And at a 4-1, record, I would probably ban maps that I know Kentucky can win.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I don't see. That's one of the biggest struggles right now. Trying to commentate on collegiate teams is they're finding out their map pools. It's virtually impossible. But right now, we actually see Nice Guy chasing into Palace, but he gets caught in between terrorists. 2 picks, 2 for 1 so far on the A site. But Easy is still up there in stairs trying to keep them from entering the site. The bomb is able to get planted down. But actually the boss kind of alone in a forward position, trying to flash himself through into CT. He knows Flux is there. On the angle.
These are really good spots right now from the terrorists.
Yeah.
Not peeking, not giving themselves away quite yet. Waiting for the CTs to push up and get an advantageous spot right there.
Oh, and the boss wasn't even checked at all. Gets a nice 3K at the end. That was a Viad who rushed forward to fake out the bomb. Boss just kills the player at CT. 180 kills the player defusing, and then kills the last player in all the confusion.
So Boss coming out from Kentucky, probably a technical problem here as they put in check.
Yeah.
Looks like they will be on eco.
I'm sorry? Le, you saying something?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm saying they'll probably be put on eco right here because they don't have much money to work with.
Yeah, they really shouldn't buy up on this. If they were to force this, that's like double eco that they'd be entering themselves into. They just they've been winning. They just lost 1, so it's actually interesting that they have so little money. I guess because they've been losing so. Well, it's because they lost so many players. Those first 2, what was that, round 10 and 11?
Yeah, round 10 and 11, they only have 1 player survive each round. But the wins are what really matters, kind of. But with the CT side being so expensive, it's really hard to pick yourself up after a win because you're gonna only get enough money for maybe a FAMAS and armor buy with a couple nades. You're not really gonna get anything like crazy like an op off the bat unless you saved it from the previous round.
It looks like we're back in game. Everything is all fixed up on both sides. We're nearing the this half came at me fast. Only 2 rounds left. Half before we see. Yeah, and then at this point, it actually is definitely smart for Kentucky to not force up and just try and save for the 15th round because they'd force up this round. They had to force up next round, and then it'd be over.
Nice guy's gonna be gambling with that 5-7. He's gonna fly himself an 8 ram. Might get a kill on the bad blood, but Boss is gonna take him out. So a little bit of a risky play there. Not gonna get much reward from him. But he
does find a lot of information. A lot of information will pull Flux and actually Viad. Everyone's rotating over to the A site right now. They don't have much to work with as far as weaponry goes, but maybe we can get a couple of kills. One would hope. Boss gets a second. Boss is doing work for his team this time around. There we go. Gets a third. Are they gonna give him another ace? Ooh, Easy gets a nice kill. I believe there was a gap in that smoke that allowed to stop the plant from going through. But then Seth coming in from mid gets 1, gets 2. Now it's just Viad left. Looks like they have the bead on him. Killsage just finishes him up. Bomb plant goes down just for a little bit of extra money. Now we're into the last round of the first half. Kentucky do have enough to buy, but it's still not that great. It's a scout on Flux. Nice guys. I think he could go for armor and then like a UMP. You know, he's going to go for a 5.7 and some nades. And a kit.
It's really going to be tough about this round. They only have 2 kits to work with, and they're both going to be on A side. So if the bomb gets planted B, it's going to be really hard to recover. And one of them goes down.
Killsage got that nice flick at A ramp before the smoke went down. It's a dangerous cross to do, and Flux also gets picked at mid. Definitely in prime position for Georgia Tech to make this a 9-6 half. Bad Blood drops out Kosnati as well. These aggressive plays from Kentucky just aren't working out this round, and like they're kind of forced into them just because they don't have as much as Georgia Tech, and so they need to find something to get up their advantage. Viet does take out Seth at mid. Nice guy also trades 1-for-1 on A side, but that's still Viet in a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough for him to recover, seeing he's going to take the long rotate through T-spawn and no kit, and neither of the kits are going to be dropped that way.
Their kit's on the side. There is at least 1 kit on the side that I saw.
Yeah, but it's not going to do much for him as Bad Blood takes him out. So 9-6 is a score for the half. So pretty good half so far for maybe either team. You can argue either way. Georgia Tech kind of recovered later there at the second half of that first half.
Yeah, so I wasn't able to go over this at the beginning just because, you know, we had the game already started. We kind of had to jump straight in. Kentucky are the heavy favorites to win this, in my eyes. They are vying for the top spot with, I believe it's UCI that they're with in the group of. It's basically them battling for position 1, position 2. Yeah, it's them and UCI. Georgia Tech is right below them in 3rd. However, there is a pretty big skill gap, I feel, with these two teams. So it's really unfortunate for Georgia Tech, just because at the end of last season, last semester, unless I'm getting, am I getting my? Yeah, it definitely was last semester.
Groups. Yeah, well,
when did
you said UCI?
No. AVGL doesn't do fall. They just did. Okay, so last spring, Georgia Tech, they went pretty far into the end. They got sent down to losers bracket when they hit top 8 bracket play. But then they got all the way to like the semifinals of the losers bracket. So they definitely went far there. But then they come back in this year. They lost everyone but Bad Blood, and I guess that was enough to just change the dynamic of the team, and they have not been performing that well in any collegiate league that I've been watching them in. Not to say that they're performing bad, they're just, you know, run of the mill, like middle of the pack team, slightly above middle of the pack, and it's just unfortunate because they did so well last year.
So yeah, that's one of the things you get with collegiate teams. You're never gonna have a stable roster any more than like maybe a couple of years, unless, you know, it's one of those, you know, I'm a freshman and I'm gonna get 4 other freshmen and we're gonna play for like 4 or 5 years together. And you know, sometimes people might not want to play
dynasty.
Yeah, and it's also like maybe some other rules there's like certain leagues I know don't allow professional players of that sort, so it's, you know, it might deter some players from continue on to a collegiate team when they could be playing at a different league.
Well, if you're playing at a professional level while you're in college, don't listen to me. That's bad advice. It's bad advice. Stay in school, kids.
Yeah, school's important, but you know, when you have time for CS, you know, why not participate in AVGL?
Exactly. Collegiate esports is definitely a good thing. Ooh, I'm stretching right now. I am on camera while doing it. So there seems to be another little mic issue right now. For University of Kentucky, so can't even get into the first half without any problems. Let's look at the buys. The boss actually buys up a 5.7 and then an HE grenade. I'm gonna assume he's gonna take that to B or A. Either could work actually. You can some good HE timings on both of those spots. They have 1 kit on Smog, and that's it.
Well, generally, you're not going to see more than one.
Oh no, because he got a kit and a P250 through the P250 over to Seth.
Yeah, that's what looks like happened. So they're gonna be coming for a little kind of like mini raid boss here on Seth. He might look to go aggressive at. I see him looking at the B sites. So maybe he's gonna go window underpass. Maybe get the quick, you know, P250 headshot underpass.
Yeah, perhaps. Actually, that's a pretty safe bet, I feel. Kentucky have yet to buy up anything yet. I'm just curious, like raid boss on CT side, that's just a little weird.
Yeah, especially with the P250 because your USB is going to give you that range advantage already and the accuracy against the team. So you put yourself in a position like maybe CT or even the van on B site, you're gonna have the range advantage and you get a quick headshot before they even enter site. But the
Yeah.
P250, the spread's a little bit, larger. It does look like they're gonna be playing really aggressive here. 3 players to the B site
3
and
players on
Killstage
B,
gonna
and
take.
that is the wrong selection as all 5 players of Kentucky are at A ramp. They got 2 smokes. Probably gonna smoke off jungle
Looks
and
like smoking jungle,
CT.
stairs, yeah, standard. They're gonna go rush that man CT.
Smokes fly out and they push through. There's gonna be a flash coming in as well. Nope, no flash.
Yeah, it looks
Okay,
like
that's fine.
if I was smart right now, I'd wait for the backup. I wouldn't want to try to peek it unless I knew that they were planting the bomb. But it looks like a pretty clean plant right here.
Got a raid boss onto Viet as well. Tech 9 in the armor. He's just watching connected and see if anyone runs through the smoke. Pops out, does some couple of pot shots down mid. Sorry, down CT. The bomb plant is down. Not a single kill has happened. There we go. Kosanati just making me a liar. Gets 1-for-1 trade so far. Nice guy getting a second for his team. Very nice post time positions trying to stop these CTs from coming in. Killstage still has armor and a picked up kit, so he could definitely do some work, but he is very, very low, and now he is very, very dead.
Yeah, a little bit tough on the retake. You never really see a 5 versus 5 retake in like any
Yeah.
match.
I think that was actually what happened the pistol round of the first half of this, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it came down to maybe like a 4 versus 4, really close, like one pick
Whatever,
each
close
or
enough.
something. But yeah, SMG is all around except for an AK on Nice Guy. He's actually gonna be taking this maybe mid or B apartment.
MP7, where does that want to go? MP7's a weird gun. I like it. I feel like it's too expensive. Honestly, I feel like as far as balancing issues on the SMG is concerned, just swap the price of the UMP and the MP7. That should fix
As it
everything.
stands right now, yeah, but the MP7 used to be one of the strongest SMGs before everyone started using this whole meta. And well,
Just
for
the
1200,
ump's
it's not that bad.
Yeah, the ump is fucking. It's overpowered. I'm just gonna be blunt here. I think it's overpowered. I love it, but it's overpowered. Kentucky already did get a pick for themselves at the kill stage. Boss didn't actually see Nice Guy going to connector. I don't think he was gonna see. Oh no, Smog gets the nice kill on the Kosanati. I think he. Where was that from? That was from CT actually. Very nice one hit with the D Eagle. The bomb is dropped on the opposite side of the map though. Even though Kentucky have control of majority of A. Looks like Nice Guy's. Ooh, I lied. Nice Guy's taken out. It's gonna be an AK picked up by Bad Blood. There's no one really guarding it. He doesn't know it, so he's taking his time to grab it, being a little safe. But
The bomb is moving out to the B side.
yeah,
You see the rotations coming out from the couple terrorists back in T-spawn, and the only person really defending there is going to be Boss, but he doesn't quite hear Viet just yet. He's too far away, but he does spot the bomb now.
watch. Oh, get some headshot. Can't quite finalize the kill. Viet is down to 13 health, but Bad Blood pops in with the AK from Market. Is able to take him out. Flexing easy. Should be heard running through apartments. SMGs aren't really good in this position that they're both stuck at. Both get taken out in a single kill, so Georgia Tech only lose 1 player. Pick up multiple weapons for themselves, and as well as the round.
Yeah, on that round, Kentucky played a little bit too slow, I think.
Yeah.
They didn't pick the battles right. They did get the pick in the connector, but he got taken out by the Deagle. Nice quick. And then Nice Guy went in the jungle. I think he was a little bit hesitant there and going, getting peeked out and losing the AK, which really didn't help him at all.
Which, that's exactly what happened. Now they are put on Tech 9 and armor. Kosanati not even able to... Well, no, he can afford armor. I think he's just saving up for an op when they can next buy. Viet trying to peek up. Does spot out Killstage, but Killstage spots him in return. Trying to find the headshot. Can't quite get it. Trying to wait for the perfect timing. He actually had a chance to hit it if he could, but nope. He's going to get on Boss instead. He knows Bad Blood is hot as well, and so he takes that angle. That's going to be Smokes flying into the A site. Smog tries to get some damage to the UMP, but he gets smoked out. He's going to fall back and wait for backup. Bomb coming in and getting planted as well. And Viet is still mid to, if not fully stop, at least delay rotates. Bad Blood misses.
Yeah, Viet's going to be the person here who's going to get this kill on to Bad Blood. He's going to be able to grab that AK and maybe do some work with this. 4 versus 3 for the read. He tries to get a kill. He's not going to get one. But Nice Guy's going to pick up one on Smog. And he won't get another one on this.
Easy's gonna make it a 1v1, and actually Killsage with the scout in a really hard position here, pulls out his own P250, fakes out the bomb. Easy, a really nice angle to check this, even with the smoke right there, and now Killsage knows he's running out of time, has to push aggressive. And Easy is able to finalize the kill. Does he? Oh, okay, I thought he was about to die there at the end. Just barely the round ended before the bomb blew up, allowing him to save his UMP, and that's Kentucky with a, what is it, an upset to the upset.
Yeah, now you're going to see the CTs a little bit of a harsh money buy here. Not going to get much going on for them. UMP is scouting. But only Deagle armor for the other two players on.
Yeah, this is a weird buy for Georgia Tech. I feel like they maybe should have just like light buy and save, but they don't want to allow Kentucky to. Kentucky are actually already in double digits 4 rounds ahead of Georgia Tech, and I feel like maybe they don't want them to get any farther ahead. But if they lose this, that's exactly what'll happen. He's gonna run through the smoke onto the A site. A hit after A hit after A hit is happening in this game. And the boss here is able to see a small talk through the smoke, get a nice kill on a nice guy with his 5-7. Let's go pick up that AK, is able to do so. Here's the bomb plant going down. Cannot quite stop it, but it's still a 5 versus 4 retake advantage for Georgia Tech. Chilling behind.
Bad Blood's gonna actually knock spot him out at T ramp. Kozanai's gonna get that important frag.
But yeah, the CTs are all in the middle of the site though. It's just two terrorists from A ramp just trying to Kozanai gets a nice spray down. It's one and actually two very, very low Georgia Tech A team. Flux, he's like, just kill him! Oh, he stopped the defuse. I don't know how close he was to finishing it.
No, he wasn't close at all. It was actually Seth, the one that had the defuse kit, but he wasn't the one sticking. Which is really curious why you don't have your kit on the bomb, and your player's not actively trying to get that last person to on.
Well, it's not miscommunication, but it's just that's next communication. No, I don't want to play Dota. Sorry, I got an invite. Sorry. Did I break the fourth wall a little bit there? Yes, I am on Steam when I'm watching this game. I have friends that invite me to games. Is that too much of personality? Am I revealing too much of myself out there to the rest of the internet?
We can get friends, you know.
It is hard. It is hard. It's like my one friend. So
yeah, it looks like really full save here from Georgia Tech.
Watch Smog. Smog pushing all the way past pillars into Palace, and actually here's the players rotating away. Thankfully, Easy is watching behind him and actually able to scare Smog away. Hits him with a bullet. Now they will drop back. That is some good information for Georgia Tech, though, as they know that Kentucky were pulling away from A. That's going to call a little bit of a rotate over. It's going to be a third player onto the B side by the time they actually hit it. Nice guy does go for a couple kill stage, answers back. Nice little double headshot of his own. Bad Blood sneaking around the corner. Finishes off Nice Guy with the picked up AK. 4 versus 3 advantage for Georgia Tech, but they are still lacking in firepower. Bad Blood with the only weapon that could do any real damage. With that rotation off of the A site, Kentucky are aware of this, and they push back in onto A. Is the only person there any close to be able to challenge at all is Boss, and he has 18 health with the P250 and no armor. Easy bomb plant from Kentucky. It's just, now can they hold it is the question.
That's a little bit of more miscommunication from Georgia Tech. If you're Boss and you're in win,
Kobe.
3 members of the T side going in connector, why aren't you calling for the rotate? You still had 2 players B by the time the bomb was already going down.
Yeah, a little weird. Flux does get mollied out. That's going to allow Boss to finalize that kill. Easy, though. Gets 1, gets a 2nd, and Kozanai stops the defuse. They only keep 2 alive, you know, which is not as good as Kentucky could have done in this anti-eco, but they are only 3 rounds away from the victory, so they can't really complain too much. Wow, Kentucky have died a lot. Last 3 rounds, they've won the rounds, but then they've only survived with 1 player, 2 players.
Yeah, well, I'm curious to see that this is the first time that Op's going to come out this half. And it's going to be a glass cannon Op as well. It's going to be, you know, really weird that nobody's really playing that Op mid present.
Cool stage. If he peeks out wide, you could probably see, who is that? It's Kozanai and Viet up mid. Going to be doing a flank on A, it looks like. But a couple of smokes that have already just bloomed onto the A site. But Boss is here at the B side of connector, if that makes any... Whatever, he's in connector and hanging out. And I don't know if they're going to be checking this corner as they're a 2 player at the bottom of mid. However, Smog is pushed very close. Actually, he's able to spot out Nice Guy. Nice Guy not actually looking anywhere important. Suspiciously
I think he
enough.
might have been looking up onto Palace, trying to help Flux make the entry.
Oh, just in case someone was in dark. Okay.
Or yeah,
okay.
maybe dark, or perhaps maybe on the scaffold.
I mean, I can get it, but that's gonna be the bomb spotted out coming into Tetris. The 2-on-2 flank, but I don't. Where? Oh, there's a little boost happening, trying to get Kosanai to take out the mid player. That's gonna be Flux actually taking on Bad Blood, but Boss in connector finally gets a kill with it. Viet answers back. It's a 2-on-3 though. Georgia Tech with the advantage. Bomb plant not quite going down just yet. There we go. Now it's finally about to get planted. Oh, nope, faked it up. As he heard CT's pushing in, that's going to be 1 kill down. It's just Viet left, and that's done. Kind of.
So Georgia Tech finally gets an answer, but is it really enough? Because if they lose this round right here, it's probably going to kill them for the rest of the half.
Yeah. That's the one thing. Oh god, I just had a timeout warning thing. But yeah, that's the one unfortunate thing about, hey, we won a round, but now the round loss bonus is reset. So there can be a little.
Yeah, it's really going to be important for Georgia Tech to at least get this round because it'll help their momentum. And Counter-Strike's a game of momentum. You're going to want to have those, strings of rounds in a row.
Yeah. But surprise, surprise, Kentucky are putting emphasis on A. Who would have thought? I think there's been like 1 bomb plant beat this entire half. No, there hasn't. I don't think there's been a plant. There's been like 2 attempted site takes on the B. But
I'm really curious why Killsage is just jump spotting underpass with the op instead of going for the full mid control, maybe covering Bad Blood and push up mid for the info. Instead, they're just gonna play extremely passive.
Yeah, there's gonna be more flash and smokes coming on the A site yet again. HE actually doesn't do that much damage to the pushing terrorist. Boss smoked out on top of the stairs yet again. He isn't able to find himself. Oh, he actually does find himself a little crack, but he doesn't see any terrorists pass. Because now he's able to push through. He's able to check Smog. He does. And he is able to take him out. But SEFP gets a 2K. Bomb plant is down. Georgia Tech do have the numbers advantage. And Flux gets 1. Cannot get a second with the Tech 9. Almost had it. Now it's just easy with the UMP. Try and keep them from defusing, but that's not going to happen as they just double push him and take him out like a real team. Always double push, kids.
Yeah, the push came out really well for Georgia Tech that round. They're all going together and making sure all angles are covered instead of maybe going 1 by 1 and getting picked up. Flux came in jungle area, kind of got a first kill. He had the chance for the second, but he couldn't quite get the aiming just right. But that would have been crucial for Kentucky to perhaps maybe put a round on the scoreboard, because he would have been able to pick at least one of the guns up and maybe have done something with it.
Kentucky, I don't know how much. I actually didn't recognize that if they forced up much or not last round, but it looks like they're on a second little safety thing right now. Tech 9s and a little bit of armor. Bad Blood sprang through. I don't know if he heard anything to warrant him, not warrant him, but like to press him, sprang through that wall location. But that Seth gets 2, gets 4, gets 5, gets an ace in apps, and a nice HE little back slap love tap from his teammate to congratulate him on that ace.
And Seth, that's gonna be his second ace of the game, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of aces. We've had what, like 4?
I think we got like 3 or 4 right now. Yeah.
There was from the boss, I think, or Mike. No, no.
Yeah, Boss had 1 on
3.
his T side, and Seth had 2.
And there was another one in Kentucky as well.
Yeah, so
Viet, yes, that's 4.
4.
Oh god, a lot of aces. But now Kentucky can finally buy up on AKs. That is a pretty heavy presence at A ramp. Nice Guy's gonna peek out. Will he see anything? Boss just around the corner. I'm surprised they don't see each other. Oh, because the smoke's there. Haha! That would do it.
The smoke's in the.
I was watching the mini map actually.
Unfortunate timing as Kentucky's gonna throw their nades right out, but Boss on the other side, he's actually gonna get 1, 2, 3, and can't get a 4th, but he's gonna turn around and get the. And Smog's gonna be able to pick him up. So that's a spot I like to play a lot in matchmaking. It's really hard for terrorists to come out, especially when you're on the side of the smoke, because in Counter-Strike, when you leave a smoke, the effect kind of stays on your screen just a little bit longer. So
yeah,
you could be fully exposed outside the smoke, but you're covered up on your own screen.
I just really hope the broadcast was on Boss's POV, because that was absolutely, yeah, it was, yes, that was hilarious. I'm so glad that our loyal viewers got to see that. Now Kentucky yet another save with more Tech 9 armor. Georgia Tech have a real chance here to even up, if not take the lead. Here, Bad Blood throwing some shots down at Chair. The boss also taking out Nice Guy. So Kentucky are finally going for mid control, but they're on a save, and so how successful can this really be?
And again, they didn't really have a smoke top mid to get themselves out there. I don't know why Killstage is really trying so hard to play passive. He misses a shot on Kozanati at underpass, but he should be out there and, you know, spotting mid, making sure nobody gets mid control.
Wyatt's actually gonna be boosted up in there, and it looks like Killstage may actually be reading it. He needs to fire a couple of shots. Wyatt is successfully in there in the corner on top of the what's that thing called? The
little
horse. It's like some horse thing. It's like the construction horse, whatever. Both of them actually missing their shots. Now Wyatt pushing through, does finally take out Killstage, because we tried to actually pop flash himself in, but Smog does shoot Wyatt in the back. Swings out, tries to get a little more, but instead actually gets flashed away. Easy also gets a Bad Blood at Cat. Seth does answer back with 2. And the bomb dropped. It's just Kosanadi left with the Tech 9, but already a fair bit of damage done to Georgia Tech. They have a lot of
now
money,
it's up to him to pick up the bomb. I don't know if they're going to give it to him right now. It doesn't look like Seth's going to let him take the bomb quite yet, but he's going to get an easy headshot right there on the Seth.
And an AK.
So it's very doable here for Kozanati, but Boss is going to take him out.
Nah. Boss says no.
Kinda. And they do get the off at the end of the round, so a little bit more money from them. They have enough money maybe to buy perhaps the rest of the game.
Yeah, they actually would have built a pretty big economy. They did win. They have been winning 5 rounds in a row. Honestly, when I said that Kentucky was heavy favorites, I didn't realize it would be this close. Like I didn't think this was going to be a complete stomp by them, but again, 13-12, it's looking pretty good for Georgia Tech. They're surprising me right now. Killstage watching the edge of that smoke, as this time around they did actually throw a smoke to try and take control of top of mid without having to just straight up challenge the opposing player at Sniper Nest to do so. Wyatt sat on HE, and actually with that missed shot reveals himself, allowing Boss does actually finalize a kill. Wyatt's able to escape with 25 HP.
Yeah, it's really important now. I think this is maybe one of the first rounds of the half, and one of the very few rounds in the game where you have an op on both sides, and it looks like neither of them are really doing much.
That's true, yeah. Neither of them really have super like confident op play.
Yeah, but mid control is definitely in the favor of Kentucky right here. And
yeah,
it's kind of forced the TTs to back up excruciatingly like past. You have a player in CT, a player, you know, outside the vent and window, and 2 players on B side not going for any push or any sort of information. So Kentucky's kind of have the ball in their hands right now, but Bad Blood's going to peek out mid. He's going to get the kill. No, he's not. Nice Guy's going to take him out with a quick headshot.
Smog does answer back on the A site, get 1 kill before the bomb plant, but then he also gets taken out by Kosanati. 4 versus 2. Kentucky are finally going to stop this losing streak of theirs as far as rounds are concerned. And I think Seth and Kill have just decided to save these weapons, which I think is a weird choice considering how much money they have, but also not a weird choice considering how likely they are to actually retake this. And there's no point in really doing too much damage to Kentucky's economy. Actually, I don't know. I changed my mind. Their economy is actually pretty low right now. If they would take them out, they wouldn't.
Nice Guy does not know where Killstage is right now. He's shot from market and just running around. Wow, he's not playing with headphones.
That's true. I wonder how many college students just like, I can't afford headphones.
Or maybe just the hype from their teams. Because I know when I played for my Long Beach team, you know, we were really loud after every. But maybe in matchmaking we're like super quiet, so maybe the pressure's on them to actually get a couple wins.
Huh. So yeah, Kentucky, they didn't lose 2 new members, are able to buy up fully. Wyatt a little weak on the nades. See, this is what I'm saying. I feel like they really should have gone for them. They had a lot of money and they did have more economy than Kentucky, even though they're on the 14th round. with the win just behind them, you know, they wouldn't have the strongest of economy. Georgia Tech
Yeah,
still
which is
be able to buy
weird
up,
because
but
now they have 2 ops on the CT side.
yeah, Ghost Agent and
So
Smog.
So I understand Smog playing that position you're taking, but Killsage again just trying to peek underpass from window. He's not really gonna get much luck here. He's gonna get smoked out. So what I'd like to see is Killsage be a little bit more aggressive with the op, get an angle, get some information for your team instead of playing extremely passive. Because now with that mid control, they're just gonna go through connector. Bomb's already at A ramp.
Do they
Boss
know
is
there are
gonna be
this
the
many
one.
Kentucky players in connector?
No, they had no information whatsoever. I think Kentucky players walked the entire way. Smog's gonna get the first pick on the Viet, so that should be a little bit of a giveaway as you know Viet's not there.
Yeah, and Boss was also able to hear weapon changes in mid. Just barely clue him into that there were other terrorists there. Able to get 1 kill, peeks out. Crossfire with Bad Blood allows him to get a second one. He's got to flash himself out to take out Easy as well. Easy dodges the flash, but another crossfire from Smog. Boss playing the perfect distraction while his team actually runs out of ammo, and that was Flux. Doesn't get a kill on him, but it's still just Flux left in a 1v4. Kill Sage. Finally gets to kill with that up after how many rounds? I don't know.
And that's gotta be a little bit frustrating for Flux right there. He's gonna be put in a little bit of a tough spot. And you know, I personally hate it when I'm spraying somebody with an AK and the last shot happens to be a headshot.
Yeah. Kentucky on yet another. Nope. They're forcing up. They're just trading weapons around right now. Got a little bit of a mix. Got some AKs. Got some Tech 9s. Limited armor. What is this? This is a weird trade. Come on, guys. The round's already at a minute 40. Okay, so in the end, not the worst buy.
Yeah, so see, what Killsage needs to do is just hold this angle until he gets smoked out or something. But there's really no reason for him to give up this spot. Like, he's gonna try to get the pick. See, this is what he should have been doing. But Nice gonna get the kill on the Bad Blood at Cal.
Yeah, why is Killsage being so passive right now? He knows. Ugh. Yeah, it's just a little frustrating.
So normally, if I see that top mid smoke, as an operator, you should be going to the left side of window, perhaps, and maybe looking at the right side of top mid.
Especially because Bad Blood was already Bad Blood was watching that same angle. That's how he died.
So not much teamwork going on Georgia Tech side right now. And the bomb is going to be lurking its way up into B apartment. Good spread from Kentucky right now, preventing any information pushes. Look like Easy's going to be the distractor. He's going to have the Tech 9 armor running onto A site, prompting a little bit of a cheat toward A side here from Georgia Tech.
Yeah, but now that's it. They just killed those 2 players, and that's definitely now Seth dropped the bomb up at B. This is actually getting pretty disastrous Kentucky right now. Killsage already in market, gets the kill on a Kosanati. It's just once again his flight. Why is he always the last one left?
Yeah, unfortunate for Fluff.
Now it's all tied up, 14-14.
Now, Kentucky kind of made a couple of mistakes there. They did have Easy be the one guy. He only had the Tech 9 armor, but they gave a couple players away there at mid too. Got picked off, and it kind of led to like 2 players only being the last ones left to actually hit B.
Kentucky
We're
are
going
on
to 29th round.
they're on a virtually full save right now. They are definitely playing for the overtime, which is smart for them. They try to force up right now. They'd be basically giving away the entire game. Right now, they're just trying to go for a bomb plant is the best they can hope for. There's no point in dealing economic damage as, you know, there's one more round.
That nade is actually going to bring down near half health, though. Great nade. So we see the double op come off again for Georgia Tech. They really like to seem a little bit aggressive here. Seth is going to be over the jump spotting, so it's a good position for him. Bablo's going to see the one player going to be asked, but he's not going to see any more than that. So that should prompt a rotate to A as he has the mid control.
Nice 4K at the end there for the boss. Kind of had an easy time. There was just 4 unarmored pistoled opponents that are just running into his crosshair, but you know, good spray control nonetheless. Not going to buy. It is up to them to tie it up and send us to overtime on the first map in this best of 3.
Yeah, it's weird though. We haven't seen many executes come out of Kentucky. They haven't had a single kind of like B execute once all happened. You know, usually you go in the apartment, throw a couple smokes over, and just run out with flashes, but they haven't done much of that. They've only really stuck to like the A execute and the mid control.
Whoa, lagged out a second there. Yeah, that's exactly what they are. They're all stacked around aim and no or mid control, no more palace control. They just
So
have
right
all
now
I
it's
mean.
gonna
They're
virtually
flat.
be a
Ooh.
5 versus 2 here at A site until somebody rotates over to help him out. Bad
Yeah,
luck.
it's a quick rotate from Georgia Tech as well. They should all be here before the bomb plane even gets down.
Bad
Smog,
luck. Not
nice
even
shot.
gonna look at that.
Oh, this is Georgia Tech have found out the answer to stop Kentucky and the nice. Yeah, I was about to say the nice guy, but he had virtually no chance. And Georgia Tech actually take the first map, and something that at least surprising me, as you mentioned,
Yeah, a little
Kentucky
bit of a surprise
had.
right there.
Yeah, Kentucky hadn't lost a single Mirage map. And so now we're going to be moving to train. But I think before that, we're going to go on just a little bit of a break while. Oh, I lied. We actually have a video of an interview with Kentucky's own Kosanati.
My name is Joe Haberkos. I'm majoring in accounting and I go to the University of Kentucky. I play Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I started playing back in 2014 and really the way I got into it was I just saw it like casually on YouTube and I thought it was like a fun game. I didn't think it would be like competitive or anything. I just thought it'd be like a cool, like fun way to like just relax, and it turns out to be more competitive than it seemed. Most of our teammates were from the Steam. There was a Steam group for just UK in general, and Flux, who is like the captain of our team, posted an ad looking for people to try out for the team, and I went for it, and we were the top 5, so we started the roster from there.
Kill off exposure. Gonna tap the bomb. He knows Chris is in that corner, at least hoping so. He has a defuse kit, but is there gonna be enough time?
He's got it.
Oh, just barely.
The one thing that is great about our team is that anybody has the ability to just go off and like really take control of the game, like I did in this particular case. It's really just something special about like how we don't have like designated roles on the team, so anybody can, like, if somebody's feeling hot with the op like I did on Mirage, then we just kind of roll with it. Going into like the second half, we felt confident, and then we lost the first round, and that kind of like spiraled out of control to the point where they were about getting to the point where they could just tie. So once it was 14-6, our primary opera exposure was like, all right, 16-14, and that was kind of like the mindset, like, all right, like we're good, like we know we're good, and let's just play confident and stick to our guns, and we did. We definitely like want to keep going like in the same direction because like we felt like we did pretty well, and we feel like we're like a maybe not like a top dog, but we're like a decent competitor, just like of all the schools. So we definitely want to continue doing it. We know that there's probably more tournaments than we realize, so we just got to get out there and look for it. If your college has a team and they already have like a 5-man like set like roster, you know, just get in touch with them. You know, ask if they want to play casually. Maybe bring up to them if you feel like you're on the same skill level. Like, hey, like if you ever need a sub, like I'm your guy type thing. If your university doesn't have a team, then I'd say like go out there like trying to find players.
Welcome back to map number 2 between University of Kentucky and Georgia Tech A team for AVGL's 2017 Counter-Strike Global Offensive Collegiate League. If you're just tuning in, you missed a very close map. Actually, Georgia Tech surprising me at least by taking this 16-14 against Kentucky. And now we are on terrain where Kentucky start on the T side, Georgia Tech start on the CT side. My name is Cameron Davis. I am joined by Le, and welcome to Counter-Strike.
And we're going to see Boss come here with an aggressive kind of peek into the upper brown halls at B-side. He's going to be the solo man here, but it looks like he's going to be taking 1 versus 5. As they're probably going to throw a Molly out there with the smoke. Going to give him quick entrance. He's going to back off all the way back to the upper site. So it looks like all the players on the T side are going to go untouched onto the site so far. And going to get that bomb plant. Another 5 versus 5 retake as we saw in the second half of Mirage.
Boss actually falling away. He does finally get a kill on a nice guy. Looked like he was a little confused there for a second. Invite also with Easy up in Brown Halls. 4-on-3 right now, but let's even up to a 3-on-3. But kills are just marked both very low. There is a kit on Boss, but no armor there, and he's going to fake it out. Good Molly to stop the defuse. Invite also peeks out and gets that kill for good measure. Smog does take out Easy in the meantime. Boss still has defuse kit. Yeah, they're transferring over to him, but Viet peeks out. Get 2 nice kills at the end there. So Kentucky do actually keep this. I believe it was against Mirage. On Mirage, when that happened, it kind of went Georgia Tech's way, but that site, once the terrorists get into the post-man positions that we saw Kentucky get into, is very, very challenging.
Yeah, especially when they kept the Molotov. You know, I thought they were using the Molotov to clear out the site at first, but seeing as they only saw one player, then, you know, they're like, you know, we should just keep the Molotov in the post-man. They do. So good play there by Kentucky to hold on to their utility to the end of the round.
Yeah, it seemed that they definitely had a plan for this one, which makes me think that this may have been their map pick. Mirage, the ones to pick Georgia Tech A. Bad Blood playing here at Ivy misses his shot onto. Oh, actually, no, I think he hit maybe like the leg of Nice Guy with his deagle. They do have a force up on Georgia Tech. Got some armor, got some scouts, got some deegs. And actually, Boss here at the far end of Brown Halls with the 5-7. I don't know if they're going to be expecting it. Could get a couple of kills for himself. He knows the players are there. Well, actually,
he's doing a really nice
pass.
play, but he does get
spotted
spotted out. The scout's going to come out. Actually, the Bob's going to get a pick onto one of the players. He might get a couple, but he's going to get backed off as the CTs are making their way through Z Connect. Going to get a spray down. 2 kills for him, but Smog going to get the refrag. 2 versus 3 here. The bomb does get planted, though, and the boss is about to get flanked by Coast Senati, so he gets a second right there. The UMP is just too good right now. Even at long range, he's able to get a.
Smog does even this up into a 1-on-1. He's hoping that Molly delays him, allow him to. Nope, he actually decides to smoke out before he sticks the defuse, but he doesn't have a kin, so this is allowing Kosanari to jump in. Actually, Smog hears him, pushes out the smoke, and gets the headshot. Back in, gets the defuse. I'm pretty sure he has enough time even without a kit.
We might be really close here, yeah, but it looks like he will get the defuse. So good play on the Smog to go out of the smoke, make sure he gets a kill, and Kosanari just secure the defuse. So 1-1 goes in the way of Georgia Tech for the second.
Yeah. Can we talk about how the boss should have been seen, but then was able to get 2 kills with the 5-7?
Yeah, it's really weird though, because you know they came onto the site and got, you know, one of the CT players had the scout, got the little shot on him. The scout shouldn't be your priority. Look at it. You're still clearing the site. You know a player's in the upper halls. You should be prioritizing him instead. But instead, he got 1. He brought another player down to about like 10 health.
Yeah, and then who was that? I believe a Nice Guy with the UMP sprays down 2, but for some reason doesn't see the 3rd player there, and then just is jumping recklessly while reloading into a bullet of a deagle. So that's gonna put Kentucky on a save of their own. P250 Sec 9, no armor, just a little bit of utility. And going to go to the B side again. The boss alone actually gets taken out. Doesn't deal too much damage before he does so. Kentucky are kind of taking their time going to the site. Kill Sage does get some damage onto Viet, but not a kill. Instead, he's gonna give away his position. Bomb plant goes down, should be finalized. And actually, Kosanari gets another kill for his team. Sage with the P250 can get 1 trade in return, and they actually have control of B. That smoke is not going to do them any favors, though. Seth is actually going to smoke up the bomb itself. Stop this.
So now again, they have the player defusing without the kit, so it's really up to them to make the shots count. Kosanai's gonna get 1 kill. Can he get a second on the Smog? But no, Smog's gonna get the defuse actually without the kill. So another round goes the way of Georgia Tech on the B side.
Yeah, because nobody threw in the smoke. I believe I think those bullets just barely missed Smog in the smoke. But I don't think he expected the smoke to be there. He threw the molly, and I don't know if he definitely didn't know the smoke was there when he threw it. But then I don't know if he actually discerned that the sound was the Molotov fizzling out. And so I think when he peeked out, got that kill, he was caught completely off guard by the smoke being there, and just in his panic, wasn't able to kill Smog. But now they actually have rifles. Vice is going to run straight into the A side. First time we see this outside side. And Vice, ooh, a little delayed reaction there, but another headshot onto Seth. And that was easy. Getting kill onto, I guess that must be Bad Blood. Boston kill stage left. And Kosanai actually doesn't have, he had the angle, but wasn't able to hit the shot. Does get taken down. Kill stage watching their flank. Gets some damage on a nice guy, but nonetheless.
Looks like it's going to be a save here for Georgia Tech.
Absolutely. There's really no way for them to try and retake this at this point. They have 1 kit, but it's on a player with a scout against 4 players in Kentucky. Yeah, it's going to be brutal. So definitely good on them to try and to save this, as their money is not the greatest.
So we're going back and forth here. It's going to be 2-2 at the end of the round. With Train, you're going to want as many T-side rounds as possible. Georgia Tech should know this. You know, I think Kentucky might have been the team to pick this map, seeing as Georgia Tech probably got the side pick, so they get to start on CT.
Yeah.
So Kentucky, compared to Mirage, they should be going for the more execute. They can't just run out every round, even though that worked. That round for. You're gonna need to learn, you know, to do some executes on the A and B side, because those smokes are gonna come in crucial. And they just caught Georgia Tech off guard, and hopefully Georgia Tech recovers just a little bit to make sure they don't make any more mistakes.
Actually, Smog going up into Heaven on the A site, which is not a position you usually see, particularly with someone with a rifle. Seth, though, is able to get the first kill onto Viet. But actually, Viet rushed straight into another rush coming in, and this time it's actually not working out for Kentucky, as it did last round. Gonna leave them in a 5 versus 3. However, there's some weak firepower on Georgia Tech.
Ooh,
double
lucky
kill.
nade gets the kill onto Zeph over there at I. That's really important for the 2 players here, especially Smog. He's gonna be up in Heaven. He's gonna have to get these kills here, but he's gonna miss the first spray, and he's not gonna get the kill onto Kosanati as he pushes up here on the side. So 2 versus 3, and it looks like the bomb is gonna get planted soon enough.
Boss Kill Sage pushing forward, going to try and stop the bomb from getting planted. Boss is going to take out easy, putting in a 2-on-2 Flux and Kosanati, both very low. Kill Sage with a nice flick. Take out Kosanati. 1-on-2. I believe that was a failed molly by someone. Actually, it's going to run away as they're expecting Flux to rotate around, but Flux knows they're running. I don't know what's going on. They're all
Maybe
just
Kill Sage is picking up a better position. But if Flux plays his card right, he might get the free bomb plant right here. They have no position to deny. As the smoke goes out into Z connector, the only person that can probably defend that is going to be Kill Sage if he peeks out in time. But he's not going to get fluxed quite yet, as he's going to be planted behind the bomb train.
Boss gives himself away, and no, sorry, Kill Sage gives himself away. Boss does flash himself out, but Flux is able to get behind E-Box in time. He's now seen and actually should hear Kill Sage pushing around, but they're just gonna double peek him, and ooh, just barely misses the kill on a boss before he gets taken out. Good attempt by him though. This is gonna be a defuse coming from Georgia Tech, putting them up 3-2. They're getting the bomb plant down every single round.
That's very good on Kentucky to get the bomb plant, because they're utilizing the map really well to their advantage, trying to take it from every angle. As you see, like last round, they had 2 players Ivy, and that worked out really well for them. They got the first kill and then the nade kill afterwards.
Georgia Tech, even though they won that round, their Kill Sage is still sticking on the scout. He has enough money to upgrade. I mean, maybe he just wants a scope in general, but I feel like he should at least like just get an M4. But that's a double push outside of Ivy, gonna get a kill onto Nice Guy, and actually going for more. Let's go right here. Peeks out again, gets 1 kill. Now Steph is in a very dangerous position. He's stuck in a corner, no real way out. He does smoke himself out. And he's able to cross safely. Kosanati taking down to 8 HP. So Georgia Tech did get the better of it, as he also got a lot of information out of it. Small pushes forward, gets a kill on easy. Peeked into sight. This is Georgia Tech, the 4-on-3 man advantage.
Yeah, Kosanati at 8 health. He's not going to be much health to his team. One bullet and he's going to be dead. I think Killsage might be just going for the scout because, you know, the way the game is going so far, you know, 3-2, not really too much of a solid CT lead. You know, maybe he's just preventing them from getting maybe a second op. He hasn't seen the op quite yet out of Viet there. So they're trying to probably figure out Kentucky a little bit more, see if they could use the op on T side. And it looks like they will be using it to clear out Upper B Hall. And they're actually going to boost up Viet here, see if we can get something from CT Z connector, but he's not going to have enough height for that.
Oh, has he been watching Anders Theorycraft videos?
Perhaps. Maybe he's just trying for me to look wallbang.
Ooh,
But the boss can get an important kill on Viet. Yeah. That's the op down as well, and the Molly comes out onto the bomb site, so that you can't plant default, you know, behind a cover. So just 13 seconds out. They need to die if they choose to be here that long, because if they don't, they're not gonna have money. But Flux gonna get 1 kill. He's gonna get actually a second on the kill stage, and he's gonna try to find a third. But Kosanati with the bomb's gonna go down.
Yeah, just barely in time, as well as died like half a second maybe before the round time. Even though what we're talking about, all signs point to this Kentucky's map, Georgia Tech are now up 4-2. So, a team that I've been kind of not really thinking about in terms of top seeding in their group is kind of shoving it right in my face.
Yeah, let's see. 3 quick players out of T-Con. Not a single shot from Killsage, but, you know, they do have that info as Bad Blood's gonna be on top of the green train. He's gonna get the kill on the Flux, who drops the bomb into T-Hell. And Bad Blood's, you know, kind of a tough spot here. He's in the middle of the side. He led a player through to Z connector, but you do have Kosanagi stuck there at Eva. 4 players trying to hunt him down right now, and Smog gonna get the kill on him.
Like, he didn't do much of the scout. So yeah, in this situation, it's definitely good that Killsage kept that scout, because if it wasn't, then Nice Guy rushed forward straight to him, took him out, and then ran through B. And if that was an op, I think he would have just ran away and just immediately tried to save it. Granted, he would have had to save it for probably like a whole minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah, now with the gun round coming out, you do see the op coming for Georgia Tech on to kills.
Yeah.
Now, if you actually look at the rounds that have been transpired so far, Georgia Tech hasn't had many players survive each round. So that was probably the first round they had, you know, more than 2 players survive.
Yeah.
So the money's not looking too great, but Smog's gonna get the kill on the Nice Guy trying to leave a ladder room. Nice on the other side. He's gonna get taken out by Viet. He's gonna get a kill on the Seth. So it's gonna be 3 versus 4. And make that 3 versus 3. 3 versus 2. I speak too soon. Killsage though, and Heaven with the op. He's gonna get spotted out. Now he's in a tough spot trying to get out of it, as they know where he is. Bonfire is actually gonna go onto the ace. And he barely misses Flux's head, but Flux is gonna get the kill onto him. And it looks like he might be going up there for the op too.
Yeah, Viet said enough is enough. I'm done losing rounds. We picked this map. It's time for us to start winning it. And so now at this point, as you were saying, just because they didn't have that many players, Georgia Tech aren't on. No, they're actually on a pretty good buy. It could be a lot worse. This is actually a pretty decent buy. There is 1 UMP on Seth instead, but otherwise this is actually a pretty straightforward buy. But however, they lose this, they are going to be in a save, a potential double save actually, looking at how Seth and Bad Blood are both below 100. Kentucky though also have a UMP of their own, but I like the UMP, so I'm not really complaining.
Yeah, it really depends on where this UMP is going to be. It's actually going to go into Ivy, so a little bit of a close range battle, which favors the UMP compared to maybe your Brown Halls on the B side or out T connector.
Exactly. Yeah, but smoking up Nice Guy just for timing, as the rest of his team is actually going to be coming out of A main as I speak, pushing through, actually running through fire. Kosanati though boosting himself up onto the side does. Oh, I thought there was a player below. Yeah, actually, do they know that right behind them, Smog is lurking around the trains. Only gets 1 kill though, but that's enough damage. Crossfire is coming out from Georgia Tech to take the round.
So good hold by Georgia Tech there. They, I think it was Bad Blood, who was actually playing from the bomb train, he actually smoked himself out, so then he could get some coverage right there, and he was able to watch that sandwich position really well.
Kentucky, and once again another save, and they're gonna go back to B this time. It looks like.
Again, only one player on the B side here. He goes out to Molly, spots the players coming down. He might be able to get this frag on the Flux, but he's gonna back off and actually give them the bomb plant for now.
Yeah, actually, Flux pushing very aggressively. Actually doesn't hit a single bullet. There we go. Finally hits the headshot on the boss, and Nice Guy with another kill as well for his team. So they have the man advantage, though I don't expect them to keep it because they don't have really armor or any utility to hold this side, but they at least get able to get the bomb plant and do some damage to Georgia Tech's economy. Nice shot with the deagle, or at least nice timing on when he would have pushed out. Killsage with his own P250 rather than the Ob does finally plink up Kosanati, but Kosanati Flux pushes out, not able to get the return kill. And now it's just Viet left with the UMP. You're going to smoke the upper entrance onto the site, as well as molly it. Instead, just smoke off the defuse and push it through. Viet needs to peek out and stop it. Isn't he able to stop the defuse? He does stop the defuse in just the last second. And a nice final shot with the deagle is going to save the round for Kentucky.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate right there because, you know, 1 versus 2, you're thinking, well, he's got to be on the upper or lower, and you already threw the molly upper. So at this point, you should be body blocking for your diffuser.
Yeah, that was... The thing is, the fact that he had just enough time to really double peek that, I don't know how many seconds was left on the defuse when he finally killed the diffuser. But it was less, it must have been less than 1. I did not expect that. But I was seeing another play from Georgia Tech pushing out Ivy, or at least pushing up aggressively. Bad Blood with the UMP. Oh, actually gets caught between 2 players. His reticle does at least, doesn't know which one to aim for, gets distracted by both. And they're going to be down 2 players at the start. Smog trying to line up the deagle headshot, but cannot do that either, all the way up from heaven. This is going to be A control. Oop, Gizzo finally hit 1 onto Nice Guy, because Sonati trades that out. Boss taking another 3 health. Drops easy. Killsage, he had the angle, but instead actually just sees them pull away to Pop Dog and rotates just to prepare. Smoke does bloom. Killsage doesn't fire through the smoke. Instead, he's going to whip him the cross onto the bomb train. Doesn't hit the shot. Instead pushes forward. Boss finishes Kosanati and actually stops the plant from happening. That's just a 1v2 on the side, however. There is Viet on the flank, but Killsage is prepared for it as he is watching Z connector.
Oh, and he turns around in the worst time because Viet's going to get that frag on him. The molly comes out into lower B ramp. And the bomb's still in possession of Boss. He needs to hold it down. He does have the AK though, so he'll be able to work with that.
Down to 3 health. Flux is not looking behind him. What? Okay. I mean, he was able to grab it. Boss's timing just looking around the corner. Super unfortunate. But Flux heard him running and stops the defuse and wasn't able to get the kill. Luckily for them, Viet was just around the corner, able to pop Boss before he pops around the corner. Just barely saved that round from what really should have been theirs easily from the start.
Yeah, the boss did what he could do, but after he got that kill onto Flux, I believe it was, who was trying to plant the bomb. Yeah, I think that he knew that, you know, Viet was over there with the op, so I don't know why he ran all the way back to the back of site instead of maybe jumping on the bomb train for cover.
Right
It
now,
looks
Georgia
like
Tech
another Ivy play here from Kentucky.
And this time around, there's no one from Georgia Tech to meet them directly. We saw last round that was disastrous, really. That's going to allow Georgia Tech to push through. Going to do a flank onto A, it seems. A 3-way flank, actually, as we do see Nice Guy. Probably going to try and pop down. Pop down. He does see the foot of Smog. Wants to make sure that he gets enough damage and make sure to shoot the leg. Pops out, though. Feels like he gets the drop on him. Easy does trade that out, keep them in the advantage, but Seth on top of the train does keep this relatively even. It's just the boss left at a 1v2, and what should have been a really simple anti-eco, they're losing a lot of economy to this.
Yeah, I don't expect the bomb plan's gonna go down too. Oh, and a team kill actually from Kosanati. That's really big now. Now the boss has a good nade on Kosanati, but he's not gonna get the frags. Kosanati gets a headshot just in time. Now we're seeing maybe this is why Kentucky picked Train. They already have 6 maps, which is more than what the average team usually gets. You know, Train heavily CT favored map.
That's true, but Georgia Tech don't look like they're not really scrubs on this map either. But now they're able to buy up. Killsage back on the op. Got rifles and everyone else. Limited nades on them, and Killsage has no armor. Something to get a pick, but Bad Blood does find out a Viet who pushed very aggressively into A. There's going to be a counter push at Ivy, or counter engagement at least, but that smoke's going to stop that from pushing any farther. Now Kentucky just wanted to find a pick to answer back on their lost comrade, but unable to find anything. This bomb looks like it's going to be carried up into White Halls, into Brown Halls, into B, rather than face off against all those counter-terrorists in the outside site. Nice Guy, though, actually engages a little early. That's going to draw an early rotate from Killsage. Does drop Nice Guy. As well as
now
Bad
you see
Blood
the boss
just
on the site. Now he's going to be defending the site really well. He's really up close now, so he can deny that bomb plan if they go for it right away. Flux has the bomb on the other side of the smoke. He's going to run into the crosshair of the boss. And it's 2 versus 5. Kentucky might want to save these guns.
And at this point, Easy's to dedicated to the site. He gets dropped. Georgia Tech, 7th round. Is this just the nature of Train, where if a CT gets a pick, then it's pretty much over for the terrorists?
Well, with Train, you know, Kentucky doesn't seem like that team that's going to be doing those most executes, like I said earlier. They're not really going for that whole like team play kind of deal. They're trying to get the picks everywhere onto the map. Yeah. And right now, it's not working out for them. Like it's a little more of a pug style kind of play. But with that pug style play, if you lose a pick, you know, it's going to be really hard to bounce back 45, especially on Train, one of these maps where you need as many people as you can. Like Boss right now here at Upper Brown Hall. He's going to spot the bomb plan. He's going to be able to take one person down, then maybe get a kill on the Kozanagi. He's not going to get it. He turns around, 180, gets a kill on the Easy. Last person standing is going to be Flux, so...
this is just an anti-eco. But still, this is... If you just showed me these last few rounds, I would have guessed that Georgia Tech picked this map. Because they are looking really, really strong. The boss, in particular, on the B side, is holding that down with an iron fist. What's he at now?
Yeah, he's at 15 frags for the round, for the half, so pretty good play from him. I think he ended with 32 at the first map, so he's been playing really well for Georgia Tech.
I'm also surprised, like happily surprised at Killsage doing so well. He's usually on the bottom end of the scoreboard. Right now, he's actually top of everyone.
Yeah, I think it's because now he's playing a little bit more of a, you know, he's in a map where he can play a little bit more aggressive. On Mirage, he was a little bit too passive. He's not actively trying to get the kills. As Boss actually, you know, he's hunting those kills. He's already pushed up into Pop Dog here. He sees Viet right here with the Deagle, but he doesn't get spot out himself. He's going to get the first headshot.
Push onto the side. They're just cleaning up. Killsage does get taken out by Kosanati. He's going to even up a little better. But these 2 last terrorists coming in from Ivy, well, make that 1 terrorist. A lot of work to do. Kosanati makes it a little more even in a 1 versus 2. And if there's any player on Kentucky who can clutch this out, it would be him. But they have the bead on him. He has a little bit under a minute, so he definitely has a little bit of time to work with. And Bad Blood finds the final headshot, ends his half 9-6 in their favor. However, as you said, this is Train. So is that going to be enough?
Well, 9-6 is I think it's a T. That was a T win for Kentucky there. Seeing as Georgia Tech really failed to realize what Kentucky was doing. Like they were really going for that pug style play, you know, going for picks here and there. I'm really surprised though that that the boss was able to hold his own. They sent him to B solo for a lot of rounds. He really didn't get much help there, but he was able to hold it down for a good portion of the rounds too.
I mean, that's the meta of this map. Though, is you have 1 person on B and then 4 people on A. 1 person's really close. The rotate to B is actually quick enough that it's actually the solo person isn't truly solo, at least in the sense of like other more traditional maps. But you're absolutely right. The boss took the position that he was given with. Some argue could be a little sacrificial of a position and did real good work with it. Who was it that dropped out? Someone dropped out. Looks like trying to reconnect. No, Kosanadi's still here. Who is that? That's I knew it. It was the person who was late. Nice guy, right? Yeah, nice guy is trying to reconnect here right now. So we're gonna wait a little bit for him.
Yeah, but I think, Georgia Tech's style play, like as you said, the B site, he could solo that technically because he's not really a real solo. But
Yeah.
seeing as the way Georgia Tech played on CT side Mirage, they had very late rotates or maybe sometimes over rotates. So which is why I'm a little bit hesitant to say, you should put one person dedicated to B. Maybe cheat a person in the Z connector with an op or something like they did a couple times with Kill Sage there. That worked out better. But what really worked for them is whenever the boss got to an aggressive standpoint here, maybe playing upper brown halls or the back of that ladder, he was able to make some plays there. Now, what it's going to come down to for Georgia Tech to win is to also get these really important rounds. The pistol rounds are going to be important because that's going to guarantee you one round. But if you can make the anti-ecos work, that's 3 rounds for you. You'll be up 12-6 and money advantage to you.
There you go, 10 players connectors. Gotta wait for the final readies up from the last players. Do these players know that they're on stream?
I'm not really sure.
I don't think so. I was just told to talk about my video, but I don't know how that's relevant because my video was not on this matchup at all. Okay, well, in that case, I do. If anyone is interested, I do a couple about like weekly videos, maybe sometimes bi-weekly videos on collegiate Counter-Strike, just because that's kind of where my focus has been. I'm casting a lot of collegiate Counter-Strike through AVGL and other leagues as well. I did have a prediction video again for UCI versus UCSC, because that's actually the match that we thought we were gonna broadcast, but because of the Paladins game, that carried over too long, and that match already started by the time we could go live, and so that just didn't happen. But yeah, I've done prediction videos. I've done I've also done a few videos kind of introducing new teams and a little rundown on their play styles, and makes them a little unique, because a lot of new teams into this are just brand new to the collegiate scene. They haven't have any team before, and so I don't know. I feel like maybe some people could find it interesting to figure out, who are these guys? What should we expect from them? And I was also told to go on to a little bit of a break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the second half of the second map between Georgia Tech A and University of Kentucky. Hey, welcome back. That was a long break. Hope you guys didn't fall asleep or go anywhere.
That's probably the shortest CSGO break in all time.
Maybe. Actually, yeah, that would not surprise me. And welcome back to the second half of the second map between Georgia Tech A and University of Kentucky. God, it's getting hot in here. Mr. The audience can't hear this, but my producer made a very bad joke, and I'm not going to repeat it because I don't condone bad humor.
It looks like this one's going to go on the Z connector. We transition back to the game here as a nice guy gets a kill on the Steph, so that's going to stop the B for just a little bit. Bad Boy's going to push out up into upper B side, get the kill on the nice guy. 4 versus 4 now. Now here we see the boss. He's going to be up into brown halls. He does have the Molotov. So what we saw at the pistol round for Kentucky, Georgia Tech is hoping to replicate.
Yeah, but also this time around, Georgia Tech are being very aggressive with their T position. When they push to the side, they're pushing all the way to the other end of the site while the bomb plane is going down. But because they're actually getting caught out with the rest of the CTs pushing through, it is still a 2-on-2 right now, and there is a kit, but Kill Sage with a nice hold, just Flux left. He does have a kit and an HE grenade, but he has 2 players to deal with and needs to start the defuse quickly. Kill Sage, smartly so, running around, and now that Molly goes out, there is no chance for Flux. He does get a final kill on the Kill Sage, but then Boss finishes him out. Oh, Boss also dies.
Yeah, but he didn't have anything on him. He has a Glock, no armor. Yeah, nothing too tragic.
But KDA or KDR. KDA?
KDA. KDA. Yeah, you gotta count the assists, you know, to make every.
Well, yeah, but in
field
Counter
is
Strike it
important.
was KAD.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah, whatever.
weird. Okay, it's same thing. Same thing.
Yeah, whatever.
So we do have a Galil and 4 UMPs on the T side. A little bit of a different approach.
MP7. Sorry, Max 7.
You really want the shotgun to make it, huh?
Max 7. Yeah, small.
Max
First
7's
kill it.
probably not gonna do
Oh!
much because it's gonna miss the boss's head, and that pretty much clears out the B side for the foreseeable future. As Kozanai is gonna have 2 terrors running his way into the back of the CC trains here. He might get a kill on the Sephi. He actually does get the headshot right there. And Flux is gonna be the person on the Z connector. He does get a shot, brings Smog down to 10 health, but the B side has been cleared by the boss. And he's gonna be there with the UMP, keeping Easy back in the back of sight. No
Bad
funny
Blood pushing
business here.
forward. Does drop Kosanati. Bomb plane is gonna go down to be easy on the site. He hears multiple teams running around him. Flux is their backup, but he turns around right about the time that Smog's going to push through. He does get a kill onto Flux and actually just gets around the bomb. It's not the bomb train, but A train in time to dodge away. Can he get more kills though? He catches Kill Stage reloading, doesn't finalize the kill. Georgia Tech up 11-6.
It's a good round by Georgia Tech, playing it a little bit slower, working the way to the B side. So as you see there, they set up in a little bit of a default and, you know, going for that kind of like Pug style play. They were able to get the boss to get a kill on the B side. He cleared it out. He knew what to do. Nobody's going to play 2B on, you know, on train that early into the half, especially when you're on Nico.
Exactly. Speaking of ecos, Kentucky is on an even harsher one now, as is standard CG economy woes. Flux already taken out to 16 HP because of Kill Sage's scout. He likes the scout on this map. To be fair, I like the scout too. I actually have more fun with the scout than I do the op.
Nothing like moving fast and getting headshots, right?
Exactly. I mean, aside for the headshots, but it's not even pushing aggressive actually with USP. Is able to pick up a Galil. Rounds the corner, gets a second kill on the Kill Sage. Seth though, with the Mag 10. Mag 10. Oh, I always call it the Mag 10. The Mag 10 does get more kills for himself. There's just going to be Kosanati left with no armor and the Galil 1 versus 3.
He'd have to ace to win this.
They believe in him. The bomb has been picked up. And they're going to straight up just triple peek him. They are not going to take any chances with him. And that is very admirable. Not something you see a lot at this level of Counter-Strike. And that's something that I think more teams should focus on with their kind of like Counter-Strike fundamentals.
Yeah, that team play aspect of it. If somebody throws a nade, you know, you should be there to cover him while he recovers from throwing the nade, or you know, peek. And if your guy peeking falls, you should be able to peek too, and then get the second.
Don't like what. There's no point in taking 1v1s. Why would you take a 50-50 chance when you can just as easily in this situation take a 90% chance?
Yeah, and you see Kozanai glass cannon op right there. He's gonna be holding down Ivy, making sure nobody comes, you know, stabs him in the back right there. So we do see 2 players on the B though. Kind of curious as to what you know prompted Kentucky to say, you know what, let's put 2B this round. We're gonna hope they go B and walk into this.
And so a couple of smokes blooming in onto the A side. Some counter smokes as well. I think there was all counter smokes. Yeah, it's exactly not a single. I don't think yeah, actually, there's not a single smoke from Georgia Tech thrown out yet. So it's really just Georgia Tech waiting out utility from Kentucky.
Now here we see probably the first execute of the game here on the A site. Georgia Tech lining up their smokes already. Looks like 4 smoke grenades are gonna go out. Woo! And that's gonna cover a good majority. Wow, 3 of them going the exact same way. A little bit of miscommunication there from Georgia Tech, unless they missed it. But it looks like Flux and Kozanai is gonna get 2 kills, 3 versus 5. Make that 3 versus 4. SF gets another kill on Kozanai, the refrag.
Offense gonna go down, but Flux, instead of just shooting through, it's gonna try and safely get it. Didn't exactly get it, but and Smog rushes forward, able to take him out and get into a nice post position. It's still 1 versus 2. However, Nice Guy's being very aggressive without any backup. This is exactly what we were talking about. That's something you don't do, and he almost pays for it. Said there is a crossfire setup now, and he is able to finalize the kill at this point. Pick up a kit, go get the defuse. But that, if he actually died at the first peak that he had, that would have been Kentucky in a very stringy situation.
Yeah, because that would have put up Georgia Tech at maybe a 1 versus 1 opportunity in the bomb plant. And Nice Guy was the one with the kit, so if he dropped it easy, or the
Well,
second
no, he
player would have
actually
had to
picked up the
find.
kit from
Oh, he picked up the kit.
Connector. Yeah.
Oh, okay, well then that would have been an even worse situation, seeing as
Yeah.
there'd be no kit in a 1 versus 1. Then it would have been up to Smog to just delay time, make sure nobody gets the kill.
Exactly.
But Georgia Tech kind of weird there. They threw 3 smokes on the right side of the bomb train. Probably didn't talk it out in their voice chat.
Well, you see a lot of strategy of that happening in the pro play where you just throw smokes out. It's not quite in a hallway of smokes, but they just throw the smokes out and to get a safe plant and then kind of just deal with it from there. And so I think that may have been what they were trying to do. They were able to get the plant out of it. Some crossfires from Kentucky made it a little bit of a struggle for them, and because of that, they actually weren't able to keep it. But nonetheless, it's still a good strategy coming in. Viet did drop the boss. A Bad Blood traded that out at Pop Dog. Coming up from A main, that's going to prompt the rest of Georgia Tech to push in onto the A site. Lots of nades coming in. Got Smokes. Going to try and get another bomb. The Flux is right there next to the bomb train. Smog easily drops him with a nice headshot. Bomb on S. Seth is now going down. 3 versus 4 retake. Nice Guy evens that up to a 3-on-3. Oh, Kostanati turns away right when he has a shot available to him. Sees the foot. 1-for-1 trade.
You have to kill Sage. He's in T connector. He's gonna try to make something happen here, but Nice Guy's already up close. He's gonna be pushing aggressively here. No scope misses from Kill Sage. He's actually gonna get the second no scope, but the bomb's already being defused with the hit by Kostanati. It's too late for him to try.
Enough time was wasted in Kostanati. He does drop the op for Georgia Tech as well.
Well, Kostanati already had enough, but
no, he drops it
enough.
from
You don't
Georgia
keep.
Tech.
Yeah. So it looks like it might be a save coming from Georgia Tech because they know how to work the economy here. Like upgraded pistols.
Yeah.
And armor.
They're keeping themselves at a good dollar point to buy up safely next round, but still have some more upgraded firepower to get as much work as they can this round. A little late of a molly throw now, and that actually Nice Guy also gets flashed. Doesn't put his rifle on time. Actually gets dropped by Seth. Interesting over-aggressive play there, but Easy is there for the backup with the UMP. Gets the 3rd kill. Boss wants to challenge him straight up with the Tech 9. Drops him, picks the UMP. Also drops a Flux who had to reload. A 2-on-2. It drops the boss very low. And Smog coming out from upper brown halls. Makes it a 1v1. Kostanati left with an op. Trades it out for an M4. He's going to fake out the bomb plant.
He needs to get the kill because time is ticking. He's not going to have the time for the
yeah.
So
Smog already won
Tech
this.
gets away with
it. Smog at the end there. I think he was trying to make sure that he would get the kills just for the extra 300.
Yeah, he's going to try his best to get as much money as he can. But really good round there from Georgia Tech, playing a lot, really aggressive there, going for the peaks right away. Knowing that, maybe Kentucky's playing 2B like they did that round. He's the boss pushing up, trying to get as many kills as he can for his team, make the plant just a little bit easier.
Not Easy, held it down, got 3 kills for himself, but it kind of just fell apart. For Kentucky, Georgia Tech very aggressive onto the site, not allow them to get a really coordinated retake attempt going on there.
And Kostanati is going to push out into Ivy by himself with the 5-7. He's going to get taken out by Seth. So 5 versus 4, not really a position you want to be here on train. But Vi is going to get the refrag onto Smog with the Deagle.
Nice Guy does. Drops boss. Finally, the Mag 7 comes into play. Flux with an interesting pop flash of his own. Pops out, gets a kill on a Bad Blood. He wasn't able to pick up a rifle in return, but that's still an advantage for man advantage for Kentucky right now. The force up, they already get armor, and so these picked up rifles can definitely have a chance to upset this. Keep Georgia Tech from getting their 14th round.
Looks like Killsage is going to try to get a cheeky kill here as Nice Guy goes into Pop Dog. Not going to get it as he barely misses him.
Yeah, and bullets firing his way as well. Kind of a little separated him and Seth. Now they're just now joining up. We're gonna try and push onto the A site. The way that this site is, though, Kentucky could probably easily run circles around them to make sure that they're set up crossfire. But EC actually right now is set up in the open. Does get one kill, but doesn't check to his right. That's gonna be Killsage. At least get the bomb
plan
down.
after Flux gives his position away in Ivy. But did Killsage hear that shot coming from Ivy? He does not have the $500 headphones every collegiate player should have. So he's getting taken down by a nice guy who comes out of Pop Dog.
Oh, what headphones are those? Wait, do we have a sponsor point for that?
We probably don't.
No, didn't know. I was just wondering if I could make a little bit of extra money on the side. No, I was just told no. 13 to 9,
because the ninth
yeah.
round, yeah.
Georgia Tech still in double digits. Kentucky have yet to reach that, but with this, you'd think that with this save round, Kentucky should take their 10th round out of this, but Georgia Tech have had some pretty good save rounds so far, and they're going back to B where they've had the most success with it. There are three people on B.
2 players on B again.
Three.
Actually, 3, yeah. 1 player in the Z connector. But nice guy's not gonna get spotted on top of the train. And he's actually gonna get a kill, but Bad Blood picks up a kill of his own. He's gonna play really aggressive. Smog pushed up into the back of the side. He's gonna get 1 frag onto Kozanati. Picks up the AK for himself. And he's a bit of a tough spot here. He's got 2 players in front of him, 1 behind. He's not gonna make much of it.
Still getting those 2 kills. I mean, Georgia Tech are playing these eco rounds pretty well. I have to say, it's keeping Kentucky's economy down.
Yeah, that's what's ultimately going to come down to, because, you know, a couple rounds prior, Kentucky hasn't been winning with, you know, the most players alive. If you look at, like, the score, it's mostly been, you know, really close. 2 players alive on round 19, 2 players on round 20, none on 21, and only 2 on 22. So, not many players alive for Kentucky in the round they win or lose.
Post 9 by from Ivy actually holding the site down to get 2 kills. Georgia Tech running into a brick wall here. Nice guy getting in there before he gets taken out by Bad Blood. But now it's just Bad Blood left in a 1 versus 4. He's got the ace if he wants to take this. He does get a second for himself. Then a crossfire set up. Personality gets a 3rd hat trick to finish that one off. 13-11 is the current score line. And Georgia Tech gonna have to save again. So Kentucky have a real chance to come back and tie this and potentially take the lead as they had previous, previous rounds in this map.
Yeah, it looks like another eco round here from Georgia Tech, but they do have upgraded pistols. I want to get your opinion on the Deagle. You say the UMP is kind of overpowered as a state.
Yeah.
I think the Deagle is kind of overpowered too. You've seen
Do
it,
you?
a lot in pro play. Yeah, because well, you get that long range headshot. I think, maybe the long range should be brought down a little bit.
I could see that. I could see that. Like for example, where we got these Georgia Tech or down at Ivy. Maybe if they were to shoot at someone at a terrorist spawn, the headshot wouldn't get an instant kill. I could definitely see that. As far as pistols go, 5.7 and Tech 9 require the most updates. So I think those are even more overpowered than UMP. But Bad Blood actually doing some good work. Drops player with 50 picks of an AK, drops another player with that. Still a 3-on-2
2 versus 3, but they do have the bomb though, and a little bit of control of the B site. But Smog's gonna get taken out by Riot.
Now it's just Boss with nothing. And I was gonna say nothing and fill in the blank, but now it's just nothing.
Yeah, I think the Deagle, a little bit maybe of a long range nerf. Just a little.
I mean, I think that discussion kind of rounds into just pistols as a whole are overpowered.
Yeah, like like you can argue that maybe the Deagle, its inaccuracy is not it's gonna be deterring you from buying it. But I see people go mid all the time on Mirage and get the Deagle kill on an Opera. Like this dude just lost $6,000, and you only spent $700.
Don't peek that guy. If he has good aim or had better aim than him.
Well, in that respect, peeker's advantage is what I always argue.
Better reaction. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
People were gonna disagree. People were gonna agree. It really doesn't matter. But anyway, 5 rifles here, AKs all around, and it looks like the same nade setup for everyone but Smog, who chooses to get a nade instead of a second flash. Wonder what Georgia Tech has in mind with all those Molotovs. Maybe a take, probably.
Probably. I don't think there's enough
But
ground on the B
the
site
round's at
for.
like half over, and they haven't made a move anywhere yet.
Got some Navi style play, or at least I should say at this point Sterix, because that's not Navi anymore. Got some
They're not gonna go for that
Sterix inspired play.
you know, at the end of the round.
Like the 20-second hit. We just chill and spawn for a minute and a half. That's how that works, right? That's accurate description of the style, right?
Yeah, give them such little info on where you're going that when you actually
Exactly.
go, it's gonna catch them off guard. Yeah.
Exactly. And they spend that minute and a half to make
See where all these
find out
smokes
the
go.
perfect
So
strategy.
again, they have kind of 3 smokes in the general area. I understand
Yeah,
you need the smoke on the Z connector and bomb train, but that third smoke just in the middle area there. Now that smoke on the left side of bomb train is gonna work out really well for them. But Nice Guy's gonna get a kill. He's gonna get traded out by Killstage. Good plant here from Georgia Tech. And it's 3 versus 3 for the retake. And
Yes.
I'm looking at a little bit third bird's eye view now. It looks really funny. He's just have like a turf war going on. Smog's over in the corner. He's gonna try to get killed on Kozanagi. Not gonna get it, but Killstage last man standing in the ladder. Get the first kill.
Drops the molly. I think it falls just a little bit short. No, it doesn't. It does cover the bomb. Wyatt takes out Kill Stage and
out.
more than enough time. I feel like they didn't even. I don't even think they needed the smoke to extinguish the molly to have enough time to defuse that. But I guess better safe than sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Especially when Georgia Tech are on their 13th round, but now Kentucky have completely tied it up. And Georgia
Yeah,
Tech,
and
they
Kentucky
can't
has
buy.
plenty of money to go though. Georgia Tech not so much. You see on this round, no op coming out of Georgia Tech. So
Just curious. Well, we'll get to we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, Kentucky, yeah, still no ops. Also, is that a conscious decision? I feel like Kentucky can definitely afford it. They're just deciding to go without it. So Sonati being a lot more comfortable with the rifle.
yeah, they're
on this
playing
map
two players that B again, just going for that kind of even round. They're not really expecting Georgia Tech to go that aggressive anymore.
Flux trying to fire some shots. It's rare that those shots ever hit anything much less get a kill, but you have so much ammo in this game, particularly if you have the unsilenced
A4.
M4.
Yeah, you see more players now are opting for the A4 than the A1.
A4 superior.
Yeah, because those sprays, into smoke or like, the wall bangs, they come in really handy in some maps.
Execute onto the inner sight. Nade's coming through, but Nice Guy holding it down. Can't get a second kill, but he does weaken them a little bit, allowing Easy to get a second one on the Seth. Bad Blood also dropped down to 50 HP, make that 45 because of that HE. Bomb plant does go down. Molly just a little bit too late to stop that.
Georgia Tech again with another bomb plant. They're just taking sites really
They don't
well,
have any
but it's
volleys,
up to them to recover. But Vi's gonna get the first kill onto Bad Blood. He's gonna be starting the defuse here. Actually, he gets off the defuse. It's Smog's gonna get 2 kills. And it's going to be down to 1 versus 1 Kill Sage against Kozanai, but no Molotov here. So Kozanai's going to have to get this frag. Kill Sage is going to peek out wide. He does get the headshot though. 14-13 goes the way of Georgia Tech.
That double kill from Smog, they dedicated to that defuse way too early. There was that player at, I don't know what position that's called, but the bridge coming from the lower entrance into Z. There was a player there, but it was blocked up by smoke and wasn't actually able to watch at the lower entrance. That allowed, I believe, Smog to pop out and get a double kill right there.
Yeah, he got the first kill onto Vi and then like second kill onto Easy, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Just through that sheer wall bang from the train.
Mm-hmm.
And a really quick play here going up for Georgia Tech. Smog is the first kill on the Nice Guy.
Rushing
and
in.
It looks like the bomb is gonna go down nice and soundly. As Smog picks up the second, he's really coming to his own right now. And he's gonna push further into the back of the bomb site. He gets another kill on the Flux. So he's taking charge right here. He's gonna get a 4th, maybe a 5th. No, Kozanai's gonna deny the ace here. And 1 versus 3, Kozanai's not gonna be able to take it. So, match point and map point for Georgia Tech. They might be looking to go 2-0 here in tonight's match.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call it the upset of the century, but definitely not what I expected.
Yeah, and also remember this is Kentucky's map pick, so
Yeah.
they really haven't shown too strong of a showing here.
little bit of miscommunication. I feel like maybe they expect, just because so few teams play, collegiate teams play like the more strategic maps like Train, that they just weren't expecting Georgia Tech to have these. But Georgia Tech know how to play this map.
Yeah, Georgia Tech has been playing really well. They're the ones, doing the executes, playing as a team. And Kentucky, not so
Were we
much.
wrong
here,
about
but
the map
nice.
picks?
I think we might have been right about the maps because you should get the side on the map that you don't pick.
Well, yeah, you do pick. Yeah, that is true. But they could have just picked just started on T
Yeah,
side.
maybe they were just confident in T side, but it doesn't
Right now-
work too well for them here.
It's actually a 3-on-3. Oh, a little bit of lagger. 3-on-3. So not a bad hold from Kentucky. Ghost90 pops in with the FAMAS. Makes that a 3-on-2. Bomb plant does now go down. Killstage does even it up. As Easy is down to 10 health. They have to push forward. They have a kit on Flux, but that kit has now been dropped. Just Easy with 10 health. 1 versus 2. Does he? Will he check behind him? He does, and he knows that Killstage is probably gonna be up there, hidden behind the smoke. Tries to fire through.
Oh, but that Molotov's gonna come out. It's gonna kill him just in time.
Yeah.
So 16-13 is the score as Georgia Tech takes it 2-0 against Kentucky.
Haven't been wrong about Georgia Tech this entire time. Have they just been? I mean, I don't think I have. It's just Georgia Tech have gotten better, and they have shut me up because I haven't watched all of their games. But if there is no way that they've been playing like this from the beginning of this semester on, or even the beginning of this year on. And so, I mean, if this is how they're going to continue to play, rather than just being a lucky day where they're all on and then Kentucky are all off, then they really stepped it up. And not a moment too late, because I feel like if they lost here, then I actually don't know how many teams out of each group make it to playoffs.
Well, it's really weird too, because maybe Kentucky didn't have that information on maybe the playstyle of Georgia Tech. Because if you look at their match history, Georgia Tech's only played against their B team in a 2 and won that 2-0 and lost 0-2 to Central Florida. So you're not going to get much info. And maybe the third game was a forfeit win, so not much info there. So we really don't know how Georgia Tech plays. But
That's
they really
true.
showed that they can keep up.
That's true. Little bit of I guess admission here. Most of my data on Georgia Tech does come from their other league, CSL, but that one plays a little differently. How it's like preset maps, best of 1, like a preset map each week. And also that started out, but that also started out earlier. That started last semester, and then also this semester earlier. And so they may have not figured out how to play this well until maybe a couple of weeks ago. But they can't. If they can now, if this is a consistent level for them, then they have a real shot to make it out of this group into playoffs. As what is this? This makes them 2-1